Los Angeles Lakers are suddenly at the center of a storm that feels bigger than a regular NBA controversy. League whispers suggest tension exploded behind closed doors after LeBron James realized something he never expected was actually happening. Luka Dončić didn't just join the team, he instantly became the new focal point of the franchise. From the second he arrived in Los Angeles, the energy shifted and the organization began orbiting around him. For 6 years, LeBron was the unquestioned leader, the voice everyone followed, the face of the locker room. Now, that spotlight appears to be moving. Fans first sensed the change after a recent game when general manager Rob Pelinka walked right past LeBron and followed Luka down the tunnel, a small moment that spoke volumes. The look on LeBron's face said everything. The balance of power seems to be changing, and the message is clear: Luka is becoming the centerpiece. Today we break down how that tunnel moment sparked even more tension, what reportedly led to the heated locker room confrontation, and why this feels like a turning point for the Lakers. If anyone believed LeBron still controlled every decision in LA, the signs suggest otherwise. From the way teammates respond to Luka to how the front office engages with him, the franchise appears to be embracing a new era, and LeBron can feel it. This isn't just talk floating around social media, you can see it unfolding on the court. Watch the games and check the box scores. Luka Dončić is stacking triple-doubles, draining shots that don't seem human, and lifting the confidence of everyone sharing the floor with him. LeBron James is still productive, still putting up numbers, but the tone has clearly changed. There's a new centerpiece in Los Angeles, and it's becoming impossible to ignore. Around the league, insiders say the front office is mapping out the next decade with Luka as the foundation. Even the Lakers' social feeds spotlight his clutch moments, his celebrations, and his MIC top highlights more than ever, while LeBron's presence feels quieter than it once did. Former NBA legends who once praised LeBron as the face of basketball are now pointing to Luka as the future of the game. The twist? LeBron is still on the roster, still competing at a high level. He always understood Luka represented the next generation, but few expected the organization to pivot this quickly or this openly. Luka isn't just another star addition, he's driving the evolution of the franchise and shaping its long-term identity. For a player who has always been the unquestioned leader, dating back to his dramatic departure from the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2010, this shift hits differently. And the real explosion came when reports revealed Luka Dončić was headed to the Los Angeles Lakers in a blockbuster swap for Anthony Davis and additional assets, a move that stunned the entire NBA and signaled that the crown in LA may have officially changed hands. This wasn't just a routine roster move, it was a headline-stealing earthquake that shook the league. Out of nowhere, a reigning All-Star and All-NBA guard in the heart of his prime was sent from the Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers, a move so bold it instantly changed the balance of power. Trades of this magnitude are rare, and the moment it became official, chaos followed. Fans flooded social media, analysts scrambled for answers, and former players couldn't believe what they were seeing. Many labeled it one of the most stunning deals the NBA has witnessed in years. Luka Dončić himself admitted the news felt unreal, almost like someone was playing a joke on him. The emotion on his face said everything. Dallas was the only NBA home he had ever known. Then, in a flash, he belonged to Los Angeles. Lakers fans didn't hesitate. They welcomed him like a long-awaited hero stepping into the spotlight. And just like that, Luka arrived.
A little sad about losing AD, but we got in his prime Luka, right? So we're set for the next 10, 15 years.
What do you think of the trade with Luka Dončić?
Great.
By the time he stepped onto the stage at the Lakers' official press conference, the tone had completely shifted. The organization made it obvious this was more than a splashy move, it was a full reset. Led by Rob Pelinka, the front office openly described Luka as the foundation of the franchise's next chapter, signaling a long-term commitment that felt both bold and sudden. The timing only added to the drama. As the trade unfolded, LeBron James was managing a lingering left calf and foot issue, an injury that forced him to miss early season games, something fans hadn't seen from him in years. Whether coincidence or cruel timing, it left the team's longtime leader sidelined just as the spotlight shifted. When LeBron finally addressed the move, his response revealed plenty. He admitted he initially thought the deal was a prank and said it didn't truly sink in that Anthony Davis was gone until he watched Luka take the floor in purple and gold. Still, on camera, LeBron made one thing clear. He had no issue with Luka joining the Lakers.
I was out with my family at dinner and got the news, and the first time I heard it, I thought it was for sure fake. I thought it was a hoax. People messing around, whatever.
At first, LeBron welcomed the vision of sharing the floor with another elite presence, believing it could extend the team's dominance. But what he didn't anticipate was how quickly the spotlight would drift away from him and lock onto Luka. In a flash, what was supposed to shake up Dallas became a full-scale transformation in Los Angeles. The energy around the league shifted, fans erupted, and the franchise signaled a new direction. The man who once defined the Los Angeles Lakers suddenly seemed like he was no longer the unquestioned centerpiece. And that's when things started to feel complicated. Luka Dončić's arrival wasn't just about a different jersey. It felt like the entire locker room dynamic flipped overnight. Within weeks, reports surfaced hinting at tension and uncertainty inside the organization. Lakers insider Jovan Buha spoke about growing concern behind the scenes, suggesting some players and staff were unsure about the team's identity moving forward. To grasp why this hit so hard, you have to look at LeBron James and his history. Throughout his career, he has shaped the direction of every franchise he's joined, carefully influencing roster moves and long-term plans. That pattern stretches back to his early years with the Cleveland Cavaliers, where frustration reportedly built when he felt management failed to construct a true contender around him. When he made his return to Cleveland in 2014, the power dynamic was crystal clear. The Cleveland Cavaliers moved swiftly to acquire Kevin Love, a decision widely viewed as a response to LeBron's push for another star. Coaching changes followed the same pattern. David Blatt was dismissed mid-season in 2015-16 despite leading the conference, and LeBron's preferred assistant, Tyronn Lue, stepped into the top job. Even his short-term contract strategy kept pressure on the front office to stay aggressive in win-now mode. That reputation carried west when he joined the Los Angeles Lakers. The Le GM nickname stuck because he openly pushed for Anthony Davis, called for roster upgrades, and was heavily linked to the team drafting his son, Bronny James. 4 years, LeBron controlled both the story and the structure. But Luka's arrival flipped that script. Suddenly, management's attention, priority meetings, and subtle signals all shifted toward the new star. The treatment Luka received mirrored how LeBron was once positioned as the unquestioned leader. Rumors even surfaced of a heated confrontation over who truly runs the team, with whispers that tensions nearly boiled over and teammates felt the divide. Then came the moment fans couldn't ignore. After a timeout in a recent game, LeBron acknowledged others but appeared to leave Luka hanging. This wasn't harmless locker room haze. It looked and felt like a full-blown power shift. For nearly 2 decades, LeBron James has lived at the summit of the NBA, accustomed to directing traffic, shaping rosters, and being the unquestioned face of every franchise he joins. Now, for the first time in years, that grip feels tested, not because of politics, but because Luka Dončić is simply that special. Youth, momentum, media buzz, and fan excitement naturally gravitate toward him, and every headline praising Luka subtly chips away at the empire LeBron built over time. Behind closed doors, the question is unavoidable. Is this still LeBron's team, or is Luka quietly becoming the centerpiece? This isn't just gossip. It feels like a gradual shift in power, and in a league where chemistry and hierarchy matter as much as numbers, those subtle changes can crack foundations. If the trade shook the NBA, what's happening now could shake it even more. Around the locker room and across the league, admiration for Luka keeps growing louder. Teammates and even respected veterans speak about him with a tone of awe. After a major win, Austin Reeves admitted he doesn't hand out praise easily, yet called Luka one of the best in the game and applauded his leadership and ability to elevate everyone around him. The message was clear: when the pressure rises, Luka is the one they're riding with. And it didn't stop there. As news of Luka Dončić joining the Lakers circulated, even NBA legends couldn't contain their reactions. Allen Iverson, famous for his unfiltered opinions, spoke openly on a podcast, sharing thoughts that left no doubt about the buzz Luka has created across the league.
He wants to go out there and win. So when you put a guy like that on your team, and obviously everybody knows how skilled he is, and the way he makes the game, easy for everybody else.
And honestly, coming from Allen Iverson, that's about as high a compliment as any player could hope for. Kevin Durant also recently weighed in, noting that Luka